Luxury homes slashed 60%. Still, no buyers. What's really happening to Shanghai's real estate? The rotten truth behind China's fruit market. Wholesalers in trouble. Durians dumped. Lychees fed to sheep. For years, real estate was seen as the safest investment in China, especially in big cities like Shanghai. But now, as the economy slows and unemployment rises, that belief is crumbling. Home prices in Shanghai have plunged, some by as much as 60%. Even luxury homes once worth over 100 million yuan are now selling at half price, and still, buyers are scarce. Whether you're buying a house with a loan, going into debt for it, or planning to buy one now, please hear my hard-earned lesson first. I bought a home 3 years ago and have now lost my entire 600,000 yuan down payment. On top of that, the mortgage I've paid over the past 3 years totaled nearly 200,000 yuan. That's 800,000 yuan gone. For the wealthy, that might not matter. But for ordinary people like us, it's devastating. I'm 37. Even if I work hard for another decade, can I make back 800,000 yuan? With so many unsold homes on the market, prices will likely keep falling. So I made the painful decision to sell. I'd rather lose everything than live under crushing debt. After 2 years on the market, the house finally sold last week. When I signed the contract, I felt a wave of relief. At last, no more sleepless nights over the mortgage. These stories of financial stress are becoming increasingly common across the city. It's been over a week since my husband was laid off. He's been job hunting daily, but hasn't found anything yet. But the worst part isn't the job loss, it's the debt. We have a mortgage, a car loan, and 2 sons to raise. Even if we don't eat or drink, we still need over 300 yen per day to survive. My salary is just 3,000 yuan. It's hard not to feel anxious, but anxiety doesn't solve anything. Life won't treat you kindly just because you're struggling. Everyone suffers. You can only save yourself. In areas like Huaqiao, the situation is especially bleak. Home prices in Shanghai have been cut in half. In Huaqiao, they've plunged by about 60%. Investors have taken huge losses and pulled out. The dream of buying a home in Shanghai with a 30% down payment has shattered. Right now, over 3,200 homes are listed for sale in Huaqiao. Prices have dropped from 23,000 to 24,000 yuan per square meter to just 11,000. Others, like this long-time Shanghai resident, are staying put despite mounting losses. I fell ill in 2018, but after 10 years in Shanghai, I desperately wanted a place to call home. I had to choose a more remote location. When I first saw the place, I loved the community. I was set on buying. My husband and I borrowed money from my parents, sister, and sister-in-law. We paid 1.53 million yuan as a down payment and still had a 1.3 million yuan loan over 30 years. It's been 5 years. We've paid the monthly mortgage of 6,000 yuan, but the home's value has dropped by 500,000 yuan. Still, she adds, people say we've been taken advantage of. But we need a place to live, so whether prices go up or down, we're not planning to sell anytime soon. Blogger Ming Yu, a real estate agent in Shanghai, believes there's no rebound coming. Home prices in most areas are down more than 50%. Many owners are waiting for a rebound, thinking prices are like stocks, that when they fall far enough, they'll bounce back. Will prices rebound? Will they go up again? I'm telling you, no, absolutely not. Why? There's simply too much inventory. And that's only part of the picture. China is also facing a demographic and social shift. With falling marriage and birth rates, a slowing economy, and growing financial anxiety, younger generations are hesitant to take on long-term mortgages, let alone have children. People say the suburbs around Shanghai have suffered the worst, but there's one area in the city that's been hit even harder. This year alone, prices there have plummeted 60%. A home that once sold for 3.5 million yuan is now worth just 1.5 million. Owners are numb. Their dreams are shattered. For families who purchased homes with loans, job loss can be catastrophic. I'm about to lose my job. The 28th will be my last day working at a bakery. I didn't expect to be laid off. It may be just a speck of dust in this era, but for ordinary people like me, it feels like a mountain. We pay nearly 10,000 yuan a month in rent and mortgage. If I can't find another job, things will get really tough, but I won't give up. Maybe when you lose something in one place, you gain something in another. Blogger May Maisie, 28, was recently laid off as well. She had spent 7 years in Shanghai, 3 of them at the same company. I was mentally prepared when layoffs started, but it still hit me hard. I felt anxious and uncertain. Yes, the company is struggling, and yes, the market is bad. But what now? There are so many job seekers. Can a 28-year-old woman with a background in internet work still find a job? Most of my resumes go unanswered. It feels like thousands of people are fighting for every single opening. I'm from a 985 or 211 school, but even so, I feel like I have no advantage. And I'm already older than many others. As more wealthy residents emigrate overseas, demand for luxury homes has collapsed. Even the most glamorous properties are losing value rapidly. Look at this luxury home, a huge bay window with sweeping views of the Huangpu River. This villa soars 50 stories above Lujiazui and spans 1,200 square meters. Look at this extravagant interior. Isn't that chandelier stunning? It even has a massive private swimming pool, and here, a vast terrace and private garden, perfect for planting flowers, vegetables, or herbs. Today, the wind from the Huangpu River is especially strong. It's blowing my hair all over the place. Shanghai's real estate dream, once seen as a guaranteed path to wealth, is unraveling. From working-class families to luxury homeowners, more and more people are being pulled into financial distress. With prices in free fall and confidence shaken, a long-awaited rebound may still be far out of reach. In China, fruit is rotting on the shelves, prices are crashing, and farmers are begging for help. From durians dumped in piles to lychees fed to sheep, what's really going on in China's fruit market? This isn't just a story about fruit, it's a story about a broken system and those paying the price. Many Chinese consumers love durian. Once seen as a luxury fruit due to its high price, durian prices have now nosedived. It's so cheap now. This golden pillow durian from Nanning is just 48 yuan each, and it's a big one. For some sellers, the pain goes beyond just low prices. I refuse to give up on selling these durians, one vendor laments. Every time I sell them, I feel disappointed. I remember this day last year. My durians were ripe and sold quickly, even if at a loss, but at least nothing was wasted. This year, the disappointment is turning into frustration. One supermarket owner bought a large batch of fresh durians, initially priced at 39.9 yuan per caddy. No one bought them. He lowered it to 25.8, then to 21.8. Still, no buyers. But cheap doesn't always mean good. This one's a dead bag, a buyer complains. It's rotten, smelly, and sour. I spent $12 just to take one bite, and it made my mouth water in the worst way. Durian vendors are issuing warnings. There are too many rotten, dead, or underripe durians this year. Quality has dropped significantly. I've already lost a lot today alone. If you don't have experience in this industry, don't enter. A single container of durians costs over 100,000 yuan to import. The base cost from Thailand is no less than 29 yuan per caddy. Yet on the market, selling them above that is nearly impossible. Top-grade fruit barely fetches 27 yuan. Lower quality stock goes for 23 to 24. For wholesalers, the past few days have felt apocalyptic. The consumer side is also seeing more and more dissatisfaction. I paid over 100 yuan for this fruit, says a frustrated customer, but it's hard and underripe. The flesh is white. The seller insisted it was ready, but refused to exchange it. Meanwhile, shady business practices are compounding consumer distrust. Videos have surfaced online showing durian vendors using rigged scales to cheat buyers. This durian is 27.8 yuan per caddy. I'll take one. That'll be 210 yuan. 210. Wait, how much is one caddy again? He recalculates. By all logic, it should be 191 yuan. They overcharged me by 20 yuan for one durian. This is outright fraud. But it's not just durians. Fruit prices across the board are collapsing. Take cherries, for example. There's a ton of cherries today. 5 pounds for 10 yen. Take it or leave it. Don't argue. Faced with unsold inventory, farmers are pleading online for help. We have about 100,000 kilograms of fruit still unsold. I hope someone out there can help us survive this. What are you doing? Throwing them away. They're worthless now. You can't just throw them away. Why not? They're not even worth selling. Even lychees, long considered a favorite summer fruit, aren't moving. Farmers work tirelessly to bring lychees to market, only to be turned away. Price dropped. Don't bring it here. I won't take it. I don't want it. In Hainan, the famous Feizixiao lychee has plummeted 40% in value. With 20 million tons in production and no buyers, the price fell to just 0.67 yuan per caddy. In some areas, farmers resort to feeding lychees to sheep. Wholesalers are losing tens of thousands of yuan per truckload. Some say losses reach 50,000 to 60,000 per trip. Even watermelons, the most accessible fruit, are stuck on shelves. I've sold melons for 15 years, one vendor says. This is the worst year ever. I'd even accept a loss, but I can't sell them at all. Look at these perfect melons, another adds. 2 full baskets, and no one's even looked at them. In 2 days, they'll dry out and rot. The problem isn't limited to fruit. Vegetables are also being dumped. Amid this crisis, one farmer angrily points to the deeper injustice, price disparities and systemic failure. Garlic costs 6 yuan a pound in Beijing, 8 in Shanghai, 10 in Hangzhou, but we can only sell top-quality garlic for under 1 yuan, less than the cost to grow it. Wheat is cheaper than bottled water. Corn is nearly worthless, and bread prices keep rising. What? Are we being blamed for not working hard enough? So, why is this happening? Online voices point to a broken system. Farmers can't afford to sell, and consumers can't afford to buy. One netizen writes, in between them is a sharp knife, cutting both ends of the chain. The producer and the consumer are worlds apart. Others blame China's distribution and logistics system. High fuel costs, road tolls, hidden fees, and opaque regulations all weigh heavily on the supply chain. Overseas Chinese media have also weighed in. Liu Yingquan, chairman of the China Social Democratic Party, says the roots of the issue run deep. In China's system, officials don't rise based on public service, but on loyalty and internal politics. Farmers' concerns are simply not on their radar. No one is thinking about how to promote or move unsold fruit, Liu said. Land use rights are another issue. Unlike in the West, where land can be owned, sold, and consolidated into large-scale agribusinesses, Chinese farmers have only limited use rights. They are small-scale, scattered, and lack the means to compete, either with global producers or even domestic corporations. In the U.S., cooperatives, advanced sales contracts, and farmers' markets allow producers to plan, reserve, and deliver fresh fruit directly to shelves, sometimes even on the same day as harvest. China lacks this infrastructure. Quality is also a concern. Decades of fertilizer and pesticide overuse have left their mark. While Western agriculture shifts to organic methods, Chinese farms lag behind in both technology and regulation. People say our lychees are soaked in chemicals. Nonsense. We wash them in purified water. Look, thin skin, small seeds. Come to my live stream and I'll send you a big box for just a few dozen yuan. But the truth is hard to ignore. One man walks through an orchard. DDT, growth agents, herbicides, and pesticides everywhere. These trees are soaked in chemicals to fake ripeness, he says. The ditches are filled with empty pesticide bottles. I've seen this too often. It's not an isolated case. Another report on greenhouse farms using chemicals like analoxane herbicide right next to crops. When it rains, the runoff reaches everything. At the root of it all is China's slowing economy. Consumers are cutting back, and fruit, once a small luxury, is no longer a priority. Combine that with persistent food safety issues and a failing agricultural system, and the result is widespread collapse in fruit sales. In the end, one thing is clear. The crisis is not just about fruit. It's a symptom of deeper rot in the system itself. As the old saying goes, there will be no peace in the country unless the CCP is eliminated. When fruit becomes cheaper than water and farmers lose everything while consumers still pay high prices, it's clear something is deeply wrong. This isn't just a seasonal slump, it's the bitter harvest of systemic failure. Until the root cause is addressed, China's fruit market and its people will keep bearing the cost.